Overpopulation, so long predicted, has stolen upon us. It's getting worse week by week.
Population growth will kill you stone cold dead.
The U.S. could be busting out at the seams by the end of the century.
The size of these garbage dumps is truly unbelievable. They make up 500 acres of land and receive 9,000 to 9,200 tons of waste daily, directly from the city of New Delhi.
13 million Filipinos were affected by Typhoon Haiyan's wrath.
Friday at 11 a.m., the sirens and the radio broadcast were screaming the alert to take cover.
A powerful Category 4 hurricane is closing in on Hawaii this morning.
Formal settlers na isang araw ay dumagsa sa public housing project ng gobyerno sa probinsya ng Pandi, Bulacan.
Did you know that more than half of the world's population live in urban areas and the amount is still rising? Rapid urbanization is often associated with extreme poverty as governments struggle to keep up with the increasing amount of inhabitants. This leads to increasing prices and the development of slums and unsafe areas with lack of functioning transportation or infrastructure. SDG 11 addresses these issues and aims at making cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable.
Rapid urbanization is exerting pressure on fresh water supplies, sewage, the living environment, and public health. Our rapidly growing urban world is experiencing congestion, a lack of basic services, a shortage of adequate housing, and declining infrastructure. 30% of the world's urban population lives in slums, and in sub-Saharan Africa, over half of all city dwellers are slum dwellers.
The world has changed a lot since 1950, just after the United Nations were created. At that time, it was only 30% urban, with just 750 million people living in cities. Today, more than half of us live in cities, over 3.5 billion people. And by 2050, 2/3 of all humanity, that is 6.5 billion people, will be urban. This means we will need to build a new city for 1 million people every week to keep up or manage the growth of the cities we already have. Cities are the powerhouses of economic growth, contributing over 80% of global gross domestic product and functioning as catalysts for inclusion and innovation. However, cities also account for about 70% of global energy consumption, greenhouse gas emissions, and resource consumption. The environmental impact of cities extends far beyond their borders, driving global consumption and resource use and climate change. Sustainable development cannot be achieved without significantly transforming the way we build and manage our urban spaces. This means establishing cities that are inclusive, creating opportunities for employment and a better life for all city dwellers, and providing affordable necessities such as housing, water, sanitation, healthcare, energy and transport. Safe and resilient in the face of shocks and stresses such as natural disasters and climate change impacts, health epidemics and economic crisis. And environmentally sustainable by reducing consumption of natural resources and the production of waste and pollution, smart land use and transport planning, and ensuring that the overall environmental footprint of cities does not exceed planetary limits.